Dear students, welcome to 8th class Geography, Chapter 1 Resources. In 8th class Geography, we have total 6 chapters which are discussing about different types of resources which are available on the earth. In the first chapter, it is about resources, its types, importance of resources, and conservation of resources. We can complete this chapter within 2 videos, and I expect you can understand the things very well through the slides which are shown in the video. You are free to contact me for the clearance of your doubts. We can see different things which are available on the earth in the diagram which is given in our screen. Animals, water, gas, plants, soil, sun, mineral, rocks, oil, all are resources. Now, how can we define a resource? For all the things which were there on the last screen have its own utility or usability. Water has its own use, air has its separate use, we are using soil for different purpose, and that uses or utility provide value for that thing. Value means worth. This value may be economic value or aesthetic value. We heard about patents for some products. This patent provides financial support to that country or company. Unlike this, the trees which are present in a land makes that landscape as beautiful. This value which is related to beauty is known as aesthetic value. Normally, we define resources as the raw materials that are drawn from nature and used without much modification. Simply, we can define resources as anything which are useful for human being, and I think you understand what is resource. For all the resources have its own utility which gives them value. A substance becomes a resource through the passing of time and progress of technology. It is related to the needs of human being. Already we said that a thing which is useful for human being is a resource. Through the development of ideas, progress of knowledge, inventions and discoveries by the scientists and other experts, a substance becomes a resource. 3 examples are given there. First one, discovery of fire. When fire was discovered by human being in the first time, it was not used for cooking. But later, it is started to use for cooking. Discovery of wheel was a great change in the development of transportation. And like this, water was there from the beginning of human being, but it was not used for electricity production till the invention of electricity. And we know that coal was there in the earth, but still the discovery of steam engine, it was not a resource. Now to the classification of resources. When we broadly classify, we can divide it as three. First one, natural resources. Second one, human made resources. Third one, human resources. Now we can learn about natural resources. On the screen we can see some things which are available in our nature, or by looking that one we can define the useful things which are available in nature is called natural resources. We can define natural resources as the resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modifications, or we collect it from nature and we are using that one without much changes in it. For example, the air, soil, water, stones, all are natural resources. Now to the classification of natural resources. On the basis of its origin, we can divide it as biotic resources and abiotic resources. All the living things are known as biotic resources and non-living things are known as abiotic resources. That you already learned from 7th class. When we classify on the basis of stages of its development, we can divide it as actual resources and potential resources. Actual resources means we calculated its quantity, or we know about that one. For example, copper deposits of Khetri in Rajasthan, gold deposits of Kalgoorlie in Australia, and the black soil of Deccan. And like this, some resources it is available and we know about that one, but its quantity is unknown and we are not using it in present. For example, uranium deposits in Ladakh and availability of wind energy in different parts of India. Now when we divide on the basis of its availability or distribution on the earth, we can divide it as ubiquitous resources and localized resources. The resources found on all parts of the earth or found everywhere is called ubiquitous resources like air, and the resources which we found at special places like gold are known as localized resources. Now to the last and most important division of resources. On the basis of its renewability, we can divide it as renewable resources and non-renewable resources. The resources which get renewed or replenished quickly are known as renewable resources and their stocks are unlimited, like wind energy. And some resources have limited stock or it is impossible to renew, like metal, petroleum. It is known as non-renewable resources. With this one, I conclude today's class. We can complete the remaining part of the chapter with the next video, and I expect you understand all the terms and subject matter of the chapter. The important things today we learned are what are resources, when a thing become a resource, and the division of resources. After the completion of the chapter, I will provide you one self-assessment sheet in the next video. Follow me, and you are free to contact me at any time. Thank you. Have a nice day.